what do you think needs to be paired with education to improve access to food? What will help us make that education as effective as possible?
So the first thing that has to go along with food education is, of course, food access. You can teach students or families about healthy choices, but if these foods aren't available or affordable in these neighborhoods, then the education can often feel frustrating for these families or out of touch. Programs that combine learning with access, like we've learned before, SNAP incentives or farmer markets or pantries that have been shown to be effective earlier in the presentation, help turn this information to actual action rather than just being fed through people's minds. Another piece that needs to go with education is hands-on experience, especially from the student experience. Students love to do things hands-on and actually learn from doing things in action. So people remember more when they can apply the information they've learned from the nutrition classes in real life. So like this has been said over and over again, things like cooking classes, gardens, meal kits, or giving families ingredients or fresh produce all make a difference. When students get to try, taste, or take something home, it helps build confidence and interest. Often there is a stigma around nutritious food that doesn't taste good or healthy food doesn't taste good, especially for students and younger students. So being able to work with that food and make something that actually tastes good can help encourage families and students to make healthier choices while also enjoying good food. I said this earlier, but cultural relevance also needs to be paired. So people have a lot of different traditions, flavors, or typical foods, and often with the current state of nutrition education, this doesn't really reflect the different foods of different cultures. So this could be improved by programs including more cultural foods. Another thing is multilingual materials and input from community members from different backgrounds to help make sure that more people from different groups are open to learning. Often, especially for people from different backgrounds, if all the healthy foods you're seeing don't reflect your culture, it can feel almost impossible to try to incorporate healthy eating into your cultural food, which might result in you not eating healthy at all. So the main thing is not replacing what people eat, but learning to incorporate and build on what they already know and value with nutrition education. This was said earlier, so partnerships are extremely important into incorporating nutritional education. So as Nate and Mike said earlier, medical professionals, for example, can make a very big impact if they helped connect their patients with specific programs, specific activities that could actually help them. Because often they don't give that much information. Maybe they'll tell their patients to eat healthier, which is very broad, and being more specific and giving specific information can help lead to actual action in patients taking healthier steps in their lives. Additionally, support for families and youth also matters. Young people influence household decisions. I know many of us, whether it be our children or siblings, help choose grocery lists. And if schools and community spaces give students a voice or help us lead programs as we directly influenced and influenced by food choices, you get more input and better ideas from us. Pairing education with youth leadership, peer influence, and representation makes a message feel more real instead of coming from those above us. At the end of the day, nutrition education should not exist by itself. It should be paired with access, affordability, cultural connection, trusted messengers, and opportunities to practice. When all of these elements work together, people don't just hear the information, they're able to live it and make healthy food choices. Nutrition is, like a lot of things in life, a skill that people have to practice on and learn repeatedly. And it's important that as people age and get older, they're allowed to continually practice this skill. Thank you.